Can you make money, like good money, with online courses? Yeah. Ha, just joking. I'm not gonna leave you hanging like that. Yes, you can make really good money with online courses, but how? What does it look like? How does all this work together? How do you know that you can make good money? I'm about to dive into it all. By the way, hey howdy hey, what is up? My name is Jessica Stansberry. If you are new here, I'm pumped that you are here and you need to subscribe. Just saying. Let me start off by saying that I make lots and lots of money every year from online courses, that this is the mainstream of my income, that I run a multiple six-figure business, that I'm trying to hit $1 million, and the main line item is online courses. So when I'm telling you all of this, I'm speaking from truth. Okay? I'm speaking from someone who has done it, who has been there, who has gotten the t-shirt. So essentially, to start us off, what is an online course? Online courses are digital classes. So they have modules and people can take them from the comfort of their own home, on their laptop, on their phone, that you can sell and make money from. It's basically like making money from the information living in your noggin. And honestly, anybody can create an online course. If you know more than someone else about a specific topic, you can create an online course. Like, I don't know everything about cameras and video editing, and if you put me up against somebody who does videography for a living, I would lose that battle because that is not my main thing. But I know quite a bit about cameras and videography and editing and things like that. And I definitely know more than the people who don't know anything. And so I could create a course that is for those people who don't know anything. Whereas those people who are much above me in that knowledge realm could create a course for someone like me to learn more. So really anybody can create an online course. The biggest thing I will say is that you do need an audience to successfully sell an online course. You don't need a big audience though, but you need somebody and a group of somebodies somewhere that sees you as an expert and is going to want to buy this course that you're trying to sell them. So if you're just starting, if you're like, oh, I'm just starting in this online world, ready to make a course, it's probably not going to work unless you spend about 12 weeks or more building up an audience before you launch, okay? I have seen people go from 0 to 10K from a course launch pretty quickly because they were able to build an audience relatively quickly because they dove in and they did what they needed to do. And it's actually what I teach in my course, Course Academy, which is a course on how to create courses. What is really cool about online courses is that they are relatively passive. They're not passive, but they're passive, right? Like if you're a web designer, for instance, because that's where I came from, my first course that actually sold was about DIYing your website. So if I'm a web designer and I'm creating a service or doing a service, then most of the work comes after someone hires me, but I also still have to do the work to get in front of people so they can hire me, right? With a course, you can create it before or after you launch it, but you go create the course and then you sell it. And then you can sell it over and over again. You don't have to reiterate it every time for each new person who buys it. While you can make really good money, it's also much more passive than doing a service. Okay, so I personally have created and sold a lot of courses in my life. In the last 7 years, I couldn't even tell you the amount of courses I've created. And honestly, a lot of it was me trying to find my footing and figure out where I fit in this world and where my knowledge was most needed in the online marketing, passive income, digital product space, and figure out what that looked like. And I can tell you right now that my two most successful courses are, as far as money earned, are YouTube Rockstars, which is my YouTube course that will teach you everything you need to know to grow on YouTube, to get leads from YouTube, whatever. And my Course Academy course, which will literally teach you how to create your first course and sell it and market it in the best way. Those two have been my most successful and would be what I would consider my signature courses. Both of those are six-figure courses, meaning that I have made six figures, sometimes multiple six figures, from both of those courses. That could all be from one launch, that could all be from multiple launches, it kind of depends on the course, but those two have been six-figure courses for me and are just gonna keep growing and continue to be things that I promote. So Course Academy is my newest course as far as my signature course and the newest one that I have really promoted and all the things. And it is $1,000 course. It is $997, okay? And there are currently 102 students inside of Course Academy. I believe that's from 2 launches if I'm not mistaken, but there's 102 people in that course. And if you do the math on that, It is a $1,000 course and there's 102 people in it, meaning that from that course alone, I have made over $100,000. And a lot of that comes from payment plans. And when someone gets on a payment plan, they actually end up paying me more than the $997 because the payment plan comes out to be more than the full price cost. It's over $102,000 from this one course that is pretty new. And I've only actually soft launched once and then actually launched a second time. And YouTube Rockstars, my other $1,000 course, which is actually a $1,500 course now, is the same way. It is definitely a six-figure earning course. It is a course that I've launched over and over and over again. I've actually had that course since 2018. I'm giving you those examples to show you that yes, you can really make really good money with online courses. Now, 90% of the launches of both of those courses have been done without any type of paid advertising. I have gone through like ebbs and flows with paid advertising where I really love it and then I really hate it. And then I really love it and then I really hate it. The last few years, I've hardly even touched Facebook ads or anything of that nature. So most of that comes without advertising, meaning these are completely organic sales from my audience here on YouTube, from my email list, from Instagram, etc., etc. And that I could make more money if I would actually not be mad at Facebook ads and, work them like they're supposed to. But I tell you that to tell you that if you don't have the budget for Facebook ads or Google ads or whatever you're trying to run ads on, it's okay. You can still make really good money from an online course. And quick little disclaimer here before I move on to the next example. Yes, I make more money now, 2022 Jessica, from online courses than I did in 2017 because my audience is much bigger. So yes, the bigger the audience, the more money you're probably gonna make if the marketing stays the same from one to the other. But I know people with really small audiences who've made really great money from courses because they market them in a different way. My first course that I told you actually made sales, I had less than 500 people in my combined audience. Definitely less than 500 people on my email list. I hadn't even started on YouTube yet. I may have had a Facebook group, but I was definitely involved in a lot of Facebook groups and I had a podcast that had a decent amount of listeners, but 500 people total in my audience. And I made 10K from that one launch, which was life-changing for me. It allowed me to go from web designer to course creator because I saw the possibilities and I saw what I needed to do to get there. So yes, an audience is needed. A large audience is not needed, but I have a disclaimer, and I actually went on a rant on TikTok about this a few days ago. But essentially the disclaimer is that yes, you really can make good money with online courses, but there's a group of people who are always going to be more successful selling online courses than another. And that group of people are the people who really understand their audience, who really buckle down and focus and sell a course that is going to help their audience and work on iterating that course to make it better for their audience. And those people also really understand the customer journey from they're over here to they want to buy your course because that's part of the customer journey. And then from that to getting through the course and doing that customer journey. That group of people will always be more successful at online courses than the group of people who are just I want to create a course on this today. Here we go. And I've been in both camps. So I'm not saying that to be mean, but there is a group of people who will always be better at course sales and online courses, but you can be in that group of people if you'll understand that you need to focus, understand your customer, understand your audience, and understand the customer journey they need to go on to buy from you and then go on through your course. So I actually have a teeny tiny little course called Crash Course Toolkit that will help you start to gain the tools you need to build your first course. So I'm going to link it below in the description, or you can go to acourseinAbox.com. But that will start to give you the tools you need if you're wanting to look at starting and running and creating your first online course without having to spend a ton of money. There's resources in there to help you name your course and figure out that customer journey and all the things that you need to figure out before you actually start creating the course. So to answer the question at hand, can you really make money with an online course? Abso-freaking-lutely. Do you need an audience? Yes, but it doesn't have to be a big one. Are some people more successful than others? Abso-freaking-lutely. But you can get there. You just have to learn the things. All right, I'm stepping off my soapbox. That is all for today. Bye, y'all.